Okay, it's the end of the year, so this is going to be a 3-part video. This is going to be the monthly net worth update for December, and then a breakdown of what all our savings categories are, because we normally don't go over that in the net worth. We just go over what the total balances are. And then we're going to compare this month's net worth to January's net worth, which is kind of exciting. I'm excited for it anyway. So if you don't know, hi, I'm Bo.
And I'm Win.
And we are trying to make it through $68,000 worth of debt and save up for a house.
We're doing it, y'all. It's just gonna take a minute.
Yep. It is essentially going to be a 10-year process. So bear with us. We're going to be around for a while. So to start off, our last month's net worth was $109,757.33. So that was where we started December. And then let's go to our current total numbers. So his checking.
By the way, if you don't know, net worth is essentially a look at what you own minus what you owe.
Yes, I normally say that. Totally forgot. Thank you.
I got you.
So we're going to start with what we own. So his checking account.
2,786.
Can we?
Yep. 2786.61.
And savings?
13936.97.
And her checking?
1892.76.
And her saving?
27595.62.
And her CD?
21847. Nothing.
And this is a certificate of deposit that I bookmarked for education expenses. So because of the way I have this structured, it is gaining interest every month, but it's not actually added to the amount until the end of each year. So at the end of December, which technically will have passed when you see this video, they will add the actual interest to the total amount. It's just not added quite yet as of the time we're recording this video. Okay, so next is clown repellent. Clown repellent is this lovely little jar. It is from the city that we live in, Chicago. It's popcorn. It's a popcorn jar, popcorn tin. But we save our Chicago bucks in it. So every time we get a dollar that has the G on it, which is the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, we save it in this jar. And that is for emotional stability,
essentially. And I know because we can smell our own, young boys grow up with a certain amount of foolishness in their heart. And if we can think ahead to prevent that, so much the better. I think the last time we spent money from clown repellent, it was for a beginner dictionary, an elementary dictionary, and this has already saved us a lot of back and forth arguments in the car, where instead of arguing, they are looking up words and challenging each other to know what these words mean. It's working.
Yes, and we are actually about to get them a slightly more advanced dictionary because the elementary dictionary isn't actually, it doesn't have enough words for all of them. So they're all at different levels, all different reading levels. But yeah, we're going to get an intermediate dictionary next, and that one is for middle school, which the twins are almost at. So some of this is going to go away, but let us see how much it is now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. $44.
That's more than enough to get a dictionary.
Yes.
I love it.
The dictionary that we want is like $11 or something like that. I didn't write down.
44.
44. Okay. Sorry, I get distracted.
Mm-hmm.
I like to write things down before I start talking, and then I start talking anyway. Okay, so I do want to get that dictionary immediately. I think it's like $11, but I want to get a hardcover version, and I don't remember if that one was the hardcover or the soft.
Unlikely.
The paperback is not going to last in this house.
No.
We need a hardcover version.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably going to be more. It more than likely will not be the whole $44 though.
I figure about 20 probably.
We shall see. So next is Ernest Hemingway. So Ernest Hemingway is this delightful little piggy. It's my piggy bank. The boys each have their own piggy banks, but this one is mine. You can see through his belly, so you can see there's a little bit of change in here. I did cash it out. This is saving for Halloween decorations and candy. So right now he has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He has 10 whole dollars. These are just prop bills that I got on Amazon. I've always had a thing for $2 bills, so I use the $2 bills to track how much change is in the piggy, because otherwise I'd have to count it every time, and I'm not about that life. So he has $10. And again, I talked before I wrote. So I'm going to add this up real quick. We will have a little movie magic. One moment. So this is 68112.
0.96.
Oh. It was almost. Okay.
68112.96.
So $68,112.96 is how much we have in cash. And then
Not bad.
let us see how much we have in non-cash. So the difference between what we consider cash and non-cash is these things can be withdrawn right away. Mm-hmm. This money can be taken out. Even my CD, I have to forfeit the interest, I believe, but I can just withdraw that money. I can just take that money out if I want. But these, I can't just take the money out without some kind of penalty. Mm-hmm. So let's get started with employee retirement.
11521.86.
And my IRA, which is my individual retirement account.
39197.08.
Oh, goodness. Oh, 0.08. Okay. Mm-hmm. And brokerage?
4657.05.
And car value?
31277.
Okay. So, the brokerage account is a non-tax advantaged account. It's not for retirement specifically. That is actually where I'm saving for a house. We have not contributed to this at all recently, so it's just growing on its own. I haven't put anything in any of these aside from employee retirement. That comes out of my paycheck. But the other ones I haven't put anything in since the beginning of January. So the growth is just adding upon itself. So let us see what this adds up to. One moment, please. Okay, it is
86652.99.
So $86,652.99.
Not bad.
So let us see what this all adds up to. So $68,112.96 plus $86,652.99 is $154,765.95. So we're just gonna
start.
Yep. 154,765.95. Okay, now the slightly less fun part, what we owe.
Boo.
But there are bright sides because we're keeping track of all of the categories since the beginning of the year. So personal loan is paid. Chase credit is paid. Navy Federal credit and FCU credit is paid. And then we get to Wayne's student loans. These he named after bad guys, essentially villains. Trunchbull is paid. Pain is this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's
10514.74.
And panic
21414.35.
And then scar is the bigger one.
5879.70.
And Frollo
5481.12.
0.12. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Then S&M.
And then B&D collections is paid.
Like that part.
And S&M collections is
1450.
And legal debt is
paid.
So this all adds up to $44,739.91. So now for the moment of truth, we are going to subtract what we owe from what we own. So $154,765.95 minus $44,739.91 is $110,026.04. So
that's hot.
I'm okay with it. $110,026.04. Now we're going to see how much it changed. So we're going to subtract this 110,000 minus the 109. So minus 109,757.33 equals to, oh, that's not a huge difference, but I'll take it. So our net worth has gone up $268.71. And then we divide that by what last month's was, which is divided by 109,757.33. So let's multiply that by 100 to see what the percentage is. So 0.2%. So our net worth has gone up.
0.24.
Okay. 0.24%. We'll do that. Okay.
But more importantly, we'll have a chance to take a look in a moment in how much progress has happened in the last year.
Yes, but first, I want to break down how much is actually in each of these savings categories because I have a secret tracker that I haven't been showing y'all. The secret tracker, I mean, it's not really that much of a secret. It just has how much the goal is for the month and then how much has been added or taken away throughout the month and then the totals at the bottom. It's just an extra step that makes sure that the numbers all add up, just so that I don't mess up the videos when I'm doing the reviews.
Feel free to pause if you want to take a closer look at the numbers right now.
Yes, but let's just look at the totals. So out of his savings, so he has a total of $13,936.97. Out of that, what's under the kids' camp savings is $720. The kids' school fund has $219. The kids' clothes has $324. His emergency fund has $3,959. His wedding fund has $2,223. His Christmas fund has $17.
Got her somewhere.
His birthday fund has $82. Let's be real. Once everything is settled, this is actually gone. This is actually gone. But as far as when this month closed out, which was December 26th, this is what our totals were. Summer pay, he has 2,286 saved so far, which is good.
What, 5 or 6,000?
Yes, that's the goal. We'll see how close we get.
Ooh.
And then for my savings, for registration and license, I have $591 saved. For subscriptions, I have $785 saved. For phone bill, I have $903 saved, which is actually more than what next year's phone bill will be. So I'm not saving anything else this year. Taxes, which is really just the tax filings, $440. And then for insurance, and this is car and renter's insurance, I have $2,314 saved. For car maintenance, which is basically just a fund where when I start doing regular oil changes and everything, like that money will come out of this. I really like the idea of having a fund, and then I can replace the money over time instead of scrambling to come up with the money in the month. And then my Christmas fund has $93. My emergency fund has $10,445. My school fund has $7,418. Now, that is on top of the $21,847 that I have in my certificate of deposit. So that's on top of that. And then the furniture fund, I have $43, which is probably going to be spent soon because we want to mount a TV to the wall. So that is that. Just wanted you to see like what all the categories were, because I know we don't break this down. We normally just cover what's been added to savings and what's being taken out, but we don't normally go over what the totals are for each one. And then this is the more exciting part. We are going to compare December to January. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Let's see. Can we go to zoom 0.7? Yeah. So we're going to zoom out just a little bit. Let's move the little piggy a little more out of the way.
It has a name. It's Earnings
Hemingway. Yes. Okay. So we're just going to compare. We're going to compare. This is December compared to January. So we have come a very long way. If you want to look in super detail, take a peeky peek. You can pause.
Interesting coincidence. Our current cash value, our liquid assets value, is very, very close to the original amount we were trying to pay down.
Yes.
That's wild.
Yes. So unfortunately, we didn't do a net worth tracker together before I paid a chunk on his debt. So we don't have those original numbers, but we do have right after that big chunk was made. So it's still like decent comparison because it's the end of January. But yeah, in last December of 2023, we weren't tracking our money together. We didn't have a joint budget, so there's no monthly net worth for that month. So we're just going to compare January to December. Okay. So if you look, the biggest differences here are his savings. So in January, he had $1,108. Now in December,
I got better.
$13,936. Like that's a big difference.
And
that's
this
a
is
huge difference.
Across a year where the bills were always getting paid. The rent was always getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Savings goals were being met
Well,
mostly.
Yeah. He's been making progress. He's been making really good progress. I'm so happy with that. And then my checking went down, but that's really just because I've been moving excess money to my savings, just like in a buffer. So like that's fine. My total amount between checking and savings hasn't really moved because my excess money has mostly been going to his debt. And
Thank
also,
you.
I'm the one who takes out of savings more because I have so many things that I pay on an annual basis. So, like, that's okay. That's normal. Of course, my CD has not changed because they're not adding the interest until, well, by the time you see this video, they would have already added it. But it hasn't been added as of today. So that stayed the same, but there's actually going to be more. And then I don't track my unstuffed cash anymore, just because right now the only cash I keep is for health, for the health category. So that's fine. And then clown repellent, there's $44 as opposed to $33. Not a big difference. We're about to spend some of this anyway. And Ernest Hemingway has gone down significantly from $34 to $10. But again, that's fine. It's just whatever spare change we have. And
Well, also, it got built up and then spent on Halloween.
yes, it got spent on Halloween. But as a total, our cash has gone up from $54,000 to $68,000, which makes me feel really good about our financial stability. And that's the point of this, right? It's to be more stable. And then for the assets, for the non-cash assets, what's the big difference? Employer retirement, that's been going up. Of course, I've been contributing to it, and so has my employer. The IRA, this actually, I haven't added even $1 since the end of January. Since January 31st, I haven't added a single dollar to it. The money that I added this year was really at the end of, well, it was in the end of December, but it was in January's budget, if that makes sense. So, not adding anything myself between these days, it went up $6,000, which feels good. Brokerage, the general brokerage account has gone up about 800, which is not huge, but it's also a smaller amount. And my car value has actually gone up, which is weird, but I guess yay Toyota. But yeah, our total assets have gone up significantly. I'm very happy about that. And the net worth, well, no, actually, let's look at liabilities. Let's look at the big differences here. Big differences: paid off the personal loan, paid off NFCU credit, paid off Trunchbull. That's a big difference. That was almost $10,000. Well, we actually, over the course of the year, we've paid more than $10,000 because there's interest too. But yeah, it went down by almost $10,000, which is great. And then pain has only gone down $2,000. Panic is actually higher because
interest.
Yeah, because it built up a lot of interest.
They know what they're doing.
Yep. SCAR has gone up, so went from 5,806 to 5,879, and furlough has also gone up, so 5,434 to 5,481. Because interest. If you didn't know, Win is on income-based repayment right now, which means his minimum payments do not keep up with the interest.
Don't do it, y'all. It's a trap.
It is a trap, but we wanted to keep him on this so that we can make our focus the higher interest loans. So that's how Trunchbull is paid off, because we didn't just go with minimum payments and then like the regular minimum payments, not income based. it means we can make a bigger difference in the higher interest debts. So Pain and Panic are next. They are going to take a while because they have to be paid at the same time, because these are technically part of the same loan. He consolidated, I think it was 4 different student loans into 2. So they have to be paid at the same time, but we will be making some better progress going forward. And then Scar and Frollo, those just, minimum payments have not been keeping up with interest, so that went up. I am not happy about it, but that's what happens when you want to focus on the higher interest. And then B&D is of course paid off. S&M,
It's a big chunk taken out of it.
yeah, because that's $50 a month. And then legal debt was paid in the beginning too, because I paid that at the end of January.
Thank you.
So total debt went down from $58,000 to $44,000 just between January and December. Again, I wish we had gotten the numbers before I started paying down his debt, but I'll take it.
Before we close out, since we got the little formula here, can we do the change in amount and change in percentage between then and now?
Yeah. Well, then and now.
Yes.
Well, actually.
Oh, yes.
Then and now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's do it. Okay. We have $110,026.04 minus $70,470.90. So
that's
$39,555.14. That is how much our net worth has gone up. And then we're going to divide that by the original amount. Well, no, the original amount right here. So divide it by $70,470.90. So, and then multiply that by 100. So our net worth has gone up 56% since January.
High five.
High five. Or kind of low, but boop.
There we go.
So yeah,
That's
our
wild.
net worth has gone up 56%.
If I haven't told you this recently, budget beats broke every time.
And never forget that you deserve financial stability. And also, you should probably do this. You, at the very least, you should be updating your net worth every year. We've been doing it every month because we're
dopamine fiends.
Well, yeah, that, and we add to and take away from savings so much that it kind of blurs what our numbers look like. Like, our accounts are always varying. So I think it's helpful for people like us with variable income and constant in and out of savings. It's helpful for us to keep track of this every month, but you should at least keep track of it every year. According to certain financial professionals, such as the Money Guys, who are actually accountants, and they have a great YouTube channel if you want to check that out. But let me know, how's your net worth doing? How's your progress doing for the year?
How are you doing? Have you been good to yourself lately?
Yeah, drink some water, hug your favorite person, and have a great day on purpose. Bye.